Grueomse Magazine.
Hello, group believers. I am here to review VHS Beyond is the latest Shudder release and the latest addition to the VHS franchise. I think it's the sixth one. What I love about this franchise is one, they're anthology, and I love anthology films, and I love found footage, which is the second element. So this one has been hitting the mark. The first film really blew me away way back when, and they've been getting progressively better in a lot of ways. Now, sometimes the stories don't work, and sometimes they do in each segment. And that's kind of the cool thing about an anthology is that if you don't like one segment, the next one may blow you away. And with this one, I am happy to say they all are fantastic. This one does not have a loser in the bunch. From the wraparound, which is very interesting, to each of the 5 segments within. And I love this one. This one is it is wanting to be my favorite of the VHS franchises. Now, what's interesting about that is that it's sci-fi horror. And I'm not necessarily thrilled that it went into sci-fi horror. I like more, the ghost and the exorcism stuff and those things like that. Now there have been some ones that brought in sci-fi that I like, but this one is straight up sci-fi. It's all about aliens, except for one, which may actually be about aliens. I'm not saying they're aliens, but they might be aliens. But let's look into it. So what I want to share here is I'm going to go through each of the segments. The wraparound one first. The wraparound segment is it's basically about a house that this one family owns, and the person after the parents died, the older brother believed that something was haunting it, and he set up cameras to record what he found. And he had 2 basically sets of cameras, one POV from his point of view, and one that was set on him to watch what was happening. And this one, of course, we learn about as each segment comes along, and each segment kind of builds the tension going into this one. Now, what I like about this is it really has a documentary feel, which gives it a unique, not fully found footage, but a very unique approach, and it works for me. Some hardcore fans may say it's not found footage, but it gets into it. It's about the found footage, and that's enough for me. And the last part of it it's one of the better wraparounds for these, and I'm very pleased with that. I'm going to try to do these in order. I might have these mixed up, but let's be figured out. So I'm going to go each of the 5 segments. The first one is Stork by director Jordan Downey and writer Kevin Stewart, who also wrote it along with Downey. Now, this one is about a group of special detectives, a police force that's called Warden. All the dots and everything. Don't know what it is, but anyway, Warden. And they are looking for a serial kidnapper who is kidnapping children. They luck out on the latest one, which is the bad news, but the good news is somebody followed them. So now they have a location, and they're all set. They're armed to the teeth. They have their recorders on. They have a guy that's actually going to film it, and they are going to go rescue these children. And they have no bones about it. They're going to eliminate the kidnappers. When they get to the house, things look a little unexpected, and it's crazy what they have to go through. All kinds of people are in there. A little bit of Evil Dead feel to it. It's also got kind of like a first-person game shooter thing in it. It really has fast-paced, chaotic action, and it's a blast. There are some crazy crap going on, but what's really awesome about this is the alien that's in it. Yes, each one of these has an alien. That's not going to be a surprise, but the creature effects on this one is fantastic. I really love this one. It's going to be the one to beat out of all of them. It really may be my favorite. I'm still debating. I'll have an answer by the end of this review. Stick around. But this particular segment is gory. It has all kinds of just there's a chainsaw thing. Body parts fly, heads fly. That's all you need to know. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is Dream Girl from Bharat Patel and co-written by Evan Dickinson. Or Dixon, sorry. No N, just Dixon. Apologies. Uh, and it is about a pair of paparazzi who are after, not after, but they're, well, kind of. They're looking for some really spicy content on this particular star, plan to sneak onto the set and into her trailer to get some spicy details that nobody else has. Now, what's kind of crazy about this one is that it kind of has a Bollywood feel to it, so much so there is a number in it, and the number is so awesome and has such a crazy impact on it, and it kind of exposes what they're up against, but you don't really know yet. So one of the paparazzi does indeed sneak into the trailer and just witnesses all kinds of crazy things. She is not as she seems, and all hell breaks loose. It's incredible. It's awesome. You're gonna love it. Next one up, and I'm gonna get these are the ones I'm gonna get out of order, but I'm gonna go with this one, Live and Let Die. This one's by Justin Martinez and Ben Turner. Now this one is about a group, a particularly large group of skydivers getting ready to skydive. Now one guy has got a camera on him, and he's going to record everything. So that's the found footage. It's all POV from this one character, our lead character. And while they're in flight, they look out the window and they see a UFO, and it's really awesome. And then fighter jets fly by. That just really ramps up all their actions and everything, their reactions, and then suddenly they collide with the spaceship and the ship, their their plane, excuse me, falls apart and they tumble to the ground. Of course, they have parachutes on, and many of them survive. Not all, but many of them. And then they find things get worse as the alien exposes himself and chases him down. Again, this one is also fighting for one of my favorites. The way this one is shot, the chaotic energy is so strong, so wonderful. It is a blast. And the end of it is incredibly trippy. You're going to love it. The next one is Fur Babies. Now, Fur Babies is written and directed by Christian Long and his brother Justin Long. You may know Justin Long. He was, you might know from many horror films like Barbarian, but he's also in one called Tusk. Now, I mentioned Tusk because Tusk is very similar in themes to this one in many ways. What this is about is a group of animal activists, and they find this commercial of a lady who does a dog grooming, dog sitting business, and she has stuffed dogs on her mantle, and they are thinking that she's killing dogs and stuffing them, and they want to expose her. So they have two of the members pose as a couple and bring a dog, and what they do is find themselves in a whole lot of trouble. Now, imagine Tusk, and that's all I'm going to say. Things get weird, and there are special effects in there. Now, the special effects aren't they're incredibly suitable for what they're trying to do. They're not as good as like the creature designs from the other ones, but they don't have to be, and that's kind of the point. What happens with them as they as the when our two go missing, the rest of them show up, and it just does not go well for anybody. It's a lot of fun. Justin Long and his brother Christian did a great job with that one. Now, the last of the five features is Stowaway. Now, this is directed by Kate Siegel, who is an actress I think we all know and love from The Haunting of Hill House and many other Mike Flanagan films, maybe every Mike Flanagan film. And it is written by Mike Flanagan because, well, if you didn't know, there are a couple. She does a great job directed. This is probably the best directed of the bunch as far as cinema. The other ones have a little bit more uh, chaotic nature to it. Now, this one does have some really trippy chaos in it, but it is also much more cinematic and would be fantastic on a big screen. But basically, it's about a documentary woman who is out looking for these in the Mojave Desert for these lights that are often seen, and she's investigating them. Let's just say she finds them, and stuff goes south again, and it is a blast and trippy, mind bending at times, and brilliantly done, brilliantly acted by the young actress that plays the lead. It is top notch, and I'm very very happy. Now this is coming to Shudder October 4th, and I recommend this. I highly recommend this. I am giving this 5 out of 5 stars. It is excellent October Halloween fare. You're gonna love it, especially if you like found footage. Now, if you don't like found footage films, it may not be your mustard, but that's fine. Now, my favorite scene for this one. This is why the first segment wants to be the best one for me, and that's the kidnapper reveal. The reveal of the kidnapper is so bizarre. It's such a strange looking creature, but makes tons of sense with what's happening in the context of the story. And the violence and the chaotic energy of the entire piece is wonderful. But that reveal blew me away and kind of sets the tone for all the reveals for the rest of the segments, and does a great job of bringing you into the film and elevates the rest of the film for just pure enjoyment. So I recommend go to go to Shudder and watch this film. You're going to love it. If you get the chance to see it in the theater, it should be absolutely spectacular. Be sure to join us on Gruesome Magazine. Check out Decades of Horror. If you would, hit the like, subscribe, share with a friend buttons. We'd love to see you around for more of our content. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you the next time.